It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Remnant Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'll be your GM for the evening, Jason, and with me, as usual, is Sarah playing Io, Rappy playing Keltzer, Jeremy playing Ozen, Duba playing Doc, and Eric playing the Captain. And I believe last week we had a daring rescue of your R2 unit.
Worth it every month.
It was totally about rescuing him and not the Captain getting his big gun.
Yeah.
And maybe his lightsaber, and basically any and all of your gear.
Mm-hmm.
Incidental.
Look, you'd have done fine with just a stormtrooper blaster. It'd be fine. Alright, so you had made it back behind the droid lines.
Finally got to take a nap.
To the droids that you are now allied with. However, temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
Did we die in our sleep?
One could only hope. Wake up with this droid with a knife. R2?
Dun dun dun.
There's a droid with a knife like that, like at any moment I could just do that and you wouldn't even know.
At 2, R2?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not going to happen. I would never have an NPC betray you.
No. That never happens in any of our games.
No, you just kind of walked off with one.
Excuse me one moment. I have a broken office chair that every now and then start dumping me down. I have a new cylinder ordered. Alright. So you made it back. You taking your nap. Was anyone still injured by the end of last session?
No, I think we cured it all by then.
Okay. So yeah, snuck through the ventilation into the Imperial occupied docking bay that your ship's in.
Mm-hmm.
You
Murdered
lured
about a dozen stormtroopers.
I believe it was 12 exactly. Might have been a baker's dozen, but I think it was 12.
It was a lot.
Slaughtered them mercilessly.
They deserved it.
Did they?
Yes.
They're just soldiers.
They knew what they were getting into.
No, I can assure you they were not expecting what they got.
Exactly.
They thought somebody was trying to steal your droid. They were going in to defend your property.
Yeah, they were.
Considering they stole part of my property.
Confiscated.
Stolen.
Just till they figure out what's going on, that's all.
Stolen.
Possession, etc., etc.
The Empire is a force for order.
Yeah, we saw how well that worked out for them.
You are chaos incarnate. That's what the problem is.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, we are.
And proud of it, too.
So anyway, you're up the next day. The droids bring you some food. What are your plans for the day?
What are our plans for the day? What are our plans, period?
I think we considered getting to the engine core.
We do know that secret that nobody else does quite yet.
What secret is that?
How to actually move the ship.
You know where the engines are, and you know they're offline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you for sure know how to move the ship yet.
Oh, guys, I got a shipjacking kit.
Well, we also lopped off the controls for Force users. So
That is true.
Yes, because the Inquisitor said, "You leave and we'll give her to you," not "We'll come up there and give her to her." So
And I assure you, the first sister has realized her mistake. She will be more careful with her phrasing from now on.
If she doesn't just murder us outright.
I mean, there's probably just going to be outright murdering at this point. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
Or you could befriend her.
I highly doubt that.
Hey, the first game we played, the guy causing the issue in the last episode, y'all talked him down.
Yeah, because
Yes.
we'd actually liked him the whole time.
And he had been our benefactor and our friend the entire game.
And he was still your friend at the end, sort of.
The sister has never been her friend.
But she
sister
could
has
be.
in fact been my oppressor.
Like
What are you-
we were on better terms with the Scourge than we were the sister.
I can assure you, Jeremy, this woman has never oppressed Ozen. She's far too young to have oppressed Ozen.
So you admit that they do.
She dreams about it sometimes though.
But I think Ozen wakes up. I don't think she does anything in particular without the rest of the group. Like I think she gets up much earlier than everybody else except the droids, and just kind of sits there for a little bit and just thinks about a next move.
You wake
but
up, the
everyone
droid's just there watching you sleep.
Yeah.
Not
again,
you
for the night.
individually, I mean you as in all of you.
Yeah. The royal you.
Hmm.
No, I think she when everyone's up, she'll suggest we can go to the core. We're the only ones who know kind of the function. You can see what's wrong with the thrusters.
Are you saying this where the droids can hear?
It was put offline.
Well, now the only droids in the room where you're sleeping are your droids.
Okay.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about R2, Roger, and BL are in there.
BL's back?
Oh no, excuse me. I'm sorry. You're right. BL is not back. He's there in
Got my
spirit.
hopes up.
He just appeared while
Roger-
we were asleep. Like I changed my mind.
That'd been really funny if it's like, oh yeah, BL's there, huh?
Yeah.
He escaped and just showed up.
That would be cool.
I'm here to give the captain his gun back, one blaster bolt at a time.
Yeah, she'll suggest the corp if we want to do that. That's something that she is on board with.
Only concern is if we move the ship, we're moving it with everyone on it.
Mm-hmm.
With the ship that is welded to the side of it.
Mm-hmm. Not yet welded. It's getting close.
We slept and it was still being welded, so it's probably either very close to a sure thing or a sure thing.
It depends on how far Ayr's force vision was.
Do we have live droid reaction or a camera on the outside?
They have one of the little probes they put outside, watching the construction from the outside. The bulk of the construction is finished, and what they have done, what they seem to have done, is built a structure inside the open hangar bay of the station, and now that's all welded into place. What goes out and goes out and docks to the Star Destroyer. It's not like a big metal tube. It's a much flimsier material. It'll hold atmosphere and all, but and on the other side, it's not welded to the ship. It's a connector designed to actually dock to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hung on there good, but the Star Destroyer can detach fairly quickly if it needed to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a atmosphere-containing emergency exit slide.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. At some point, we're gonna have to address the.
And don't forget
You know.
they were doing what those on both sides.
Um, and I think I was going to point out, like, that little flimsy part right there, that can be attacked, cut apart, shot. Looks like a structural weakness. Like, we can't do it, obviously, but someone can.
Even if we can, that's still we're still on a ship with a bunch of Imperials and Imperial Jedi or Force users, whatever, lightsaber swingy people.
Lightsaber swingy people's pretty good. I might remember that.
LSSD.
I don't think they exist. Just
Yeah, you know me.
what's the end game? What are we? Even if we detach them from the station, they know where the station is. They're here. They've probably passed the word on to the other people.
The end goal is to ensure that neither of these enterprising folk have it.
How? Have we figured out the how part?
No.
Just staring into the middle distance.
Have we figured out the how yet?
Only needs 2 stations to keep the big bad contained, right? And
Yes, the system was set up with enough redundancy that if one goes down, the other two should be able to hold them all stable.
we know the other 2 are stable.
Yes. Well, all 3 of them are stable at the moment.
Blow it up.
I'd be down with that. I think one of the Celestials will come by and WTF, but I think we'll be long gone by then.
We can leave them a note.
Look, they ain't been by in so many thousand years. What's the chance they'll come back in your lifetime?
Pretty big.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if they detected that one of the stations got damaged and they're like, hey.
Theoretically, very small. Plot-wise, pretty significantly.
Yeah.
Well, sure, if you blew up the station today, then yes, because they got to come up with another month's worth of stuff. So, you're getting hunted down by something freaky, might be, just a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know where the core is, so we can just walk that way.
Yep.
At the very least, let's see the issue with it. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we know if there's any Imperial presence further in the station?
As we are going that way, Ozen's keeping her eyes clocked out for forces that may want to screw us.
Before they leave, I would ask, is there any reconnaissance droids that would volunteer to come with us? Smaller, that would be able to maybe help us out, just to make sure that nothing sneaks up on us?
The closest battle droid is like, no.
Thought I'd ask. Never
There's-
mind.
There might be some that can be ordered to go with you, but they're probably not going to volunteer.
Fair enough. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And as you're talking to him, TF212
Like,
walks
right
in.
Tactical droid.
Morning. Have you slept well? Have you reset your organic minds to be ready for another day?
More or less.
It must be so sad having to waste a third of your existence in downtime.
Droids do that too.
Not a third of our life.
How long have you all been here, though, with nothing to do?
A depressingly long amount of time.
There
Kind
you
of
go.
similar.
It's the same. It's the same thing, really. It's like you being in hibernation until you got orders.
Yes, if we could just take one of those bays and all those Imperial ships.
That could be a plan for you all. They have connected to the, so the plan could just be throw the bulk of your force in there to take the ship by force. They'd have to come at you in a straight line. You'd mow them down.
The problem is pushing all the way into the bays. They are quickly coming to match our numbers, if not surpass them.
Another option is if you can get into the bay with their ships, you can cut that line.
If only we had some fighter droids.
You
If only.
don't have any?
Not the space fighter ones, no.
None could be modified for it?
No, they're completely their own model. Though I suppose we could have some droids walk across the surface of the station.
I was gonna say, you guys have like the little magnetized thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you could do that.
We're just looking into, if nothing else. They probably wouldn't expect an attack from outside of the station.
Something to think
You
about.
just have someone slowly de-weld their construction progress.
Well, they do have TIE fighters patrolling, so we'd have to be very cautious. Might attempt to plant explosives and then withdraw.
Camouflage yourself to look like the exterior of the station. You've salvaged enough parts of it.
That would be doable.
Worst case scenario, just blow the whole thing to hell and ride ships out.
With a cowboy hat. Yeah!
But, so we wanted to discuss with you the tactical use of your Jedis.
Okay.
And how they might be able to aid in the coming battle. His programming and experience is much more about combating Jedi on the other side.
About side by side with a friend.
Nah.
Uneasy ally.
Sorry, I crossed the streams there for a sec.
If it was BL, maybe. We still gotta get BL back.
We're listening. I'm more the Jedi, I have an apprentice here.
Yeah, oh, so you are the master and he is the Padawan. I see.
Sure.
I usually just shoot things.
I should have realized he is noticeably younger.
I own the background. Oh!
Still, you have a plan?
We believe we've identified some of the leaders of this attack force. Perhaps a surgical strike to remove the leaders.
How many of them are Force users?
Well, he brings up the first sister that you've seen before. As well as the other Inquisitor that was with her during the whole thing with Io.
The brother.
Yeah.
And you believe taking them out will cause the morale to lose? They're still.
He also pulls up a, you know, I guess it'd be a general, maybe a captain, someone in a more typical Imperial, fleet uniform.
Mm-hmm.
This is the command. This is the guy commanding the troops on the side the Rubicon's parked in.
Looks like a normal guy.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
as far as we know.
Have you happened to see a guy in a bird mask?
He pulls up an image of
Corvus.
Yeah.
He's still around?
I believe so.
Okay.
Why isn't he like shoved off yet?
I want my droid back.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Wait, he's recently said it?
No,
Have you seen?
when he met y'all? That was his whole thing.
Oh.
Huh?
Have you seen BL around with him? Or is...
He shows you some footage of them taking BL up into Corvus's ship. At that point, he still has a restraining bolt on.
Okay.
Interesting. And these are just like video only stills. They're not like there's no audio on them, right?
No, this is from far enough distance back that, it can zoom enough that you can recognize everybody. But
Enhance.
Mm-hmm.
I more meant that if like somebody activated magnified senses.
no, not on this. No.
That's more what I was checking. Yeah. Yep. What else looks like? So, surgically taking out the leadership. How do we know that won't just bring out more and tougher leaders?
Well, that one's in charge of all of the Inquisitors in this Moff's warband. He points to the first sister. So she's kind of the head honcho.
Tactical droid kind of nods his head thoughtfully. I was wondering who was in charge between her and the admiral. We'll call him.
I'm sure they
They-
both vie for control.
Or they're in charge of different areas.
Knowing the way the Imperials work, they're always just one backstep away from a new position in a power vacuum.
I really don't think she would listen to him, though. She seems very intent on being sure of her place of power. Said while rubbing her arm.
Yeah.
Doxy's IO rubbing her arms like, do you need more aloe vera?
I'm good. Thanks. So it's just a twitch.
Opens up chest cavity, spins syringes. Would you like something for pain?
It doesn't. It's psychological.
He spins a few.
No, I don't need. No, I'm good. I appreciate it.
Sorry, was doing calculations. Unfortunately, I have nothing for psychological damage.
I appreciate the thought.
If it's any consolation, as a pick-me-up, you've been doing fantastic given the circumstances. Spins his chest cavity a bit and shuts it.
I was waiting for him to hand a lollipop from the chest cavity.
Oh no! But I say he reaches off to the side. Lollipop?
F it.
Mildly disturbing.
MD5, may I have a professional assessment? Is your Twi'lek still mentally stable?
I never have been.
Doc Doc turns over to Io. You see his eyes like fading back and forth as if he's processing. Currently, yes. In the future, unsure.
I see.
I was just like, I will remember this.
2 MG5.
What was that?
A 2 MD5.
2 MD5.
Look, all the droids betraying her.
Doc's not betraying. He's being a bit playful.
It's not a betrayal. They're all staging an intervention. They're just not very good at it.
Oh my lord, guys.
Well, they don't have to do an intervention on those droids. They just reprogram them.
Yeah, yeah. Have you tried turning yourself on and off again?
I would consider that. Unfortunately, I'm scared of the dark.
You tried rebooting in safe mode.
Look, my mental stability aside, what is our plan here? Even if we do a surgical strike, that does mean we have to make sure that none of them can back up each other. Because we're good. We're good. We're fantastic. But I don't think we could take on 2 of the lightsaber folks.
I mean, Ozen could probably take the first Inquisitor. I might be able to take the other.
So the tactic is separation then, trying to pull one away from the other.
That seems like a horrible idea.
I'm into it.
Of course you are.
Well, the Force users are too difficult. There's always the Admiral. I mean, you snuck into his bay once already. I'm sure we could find another route and do it again.
Wait, he was in there?
Not at the time that you were, but I mean, it's the side that he is in control of.
Fair.
Are we taking out all 3 or just one of the 3 or
Well, we'd have to take it one step at a time.
yeah, but
We could find another entrance into where the Admiral resides. Perhaps something interesting could happen. Possibly thermal detonation? If we had some.
looking over at Kelser. You
Also look
probably
over at
still
Kelsey.
have ordnance.
I'm sorry. I laugh at the fact that which Eric just took a moment, like trying to adjust something and just completely gone. But anyway,
I mean, you probably still have like 1 or 2, right? At least, or we could probably find some, and you're just like little finger wavy things like you're sneaky-ish.
Only that I had. I used the one that I had, and then all the ones the captain had. Remember, we used them. Unless the captain has more.
Looks back at the tactile droid. Maybe you have ordinances?
What sort of ordinances are you needing?
Thermo detonator?
We have some.
Anything bigger than a thermal detonator?
We have some satchel charges.
We'd have to be very sure to get where the guy is and make sure it's enough to eliminate him without destroying everything else.
Do.
again, possible option, though it's hard to say what we can and cannot do in terms of causing distraction upon the rest of this station.
Could disintegrate him too.
That too is also.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to just hang from a grate and just with your new fancy rifle, do an
Hardly
assassination
new,
attempt.
but
Just hangs out of the vent, waits.
Oh yeah, I can totally see the captain just upside down, rifle in hand. Got to roll a few extra dice for that trick shot.
A few extra dice not to pass out when all the blood rushes to his head.
That too. Doctor's on standby, just ready, just.
Is there any way we can have a more immediate distraction while we're taking out a key figure?
Oh, certainly. He could easily have his troops, start pressing the Empire or the Remnant in one particular place.
That
Do
might
we
be
know
a-
where? Go ahead.
That might be a better idea, is to attack here, but have their troops focus somewhere else.
Do we know where they currently are?
Well, the admiral's in the bay where the Rubicon is.
Well, he seems to move. He seems to move between the bay and the Star Destroyer that's docked to the bay.
What about the other two?
They were last spotted traveling up to the command center.
And they've probably got that locked up tight.
Yes, in fact, the little, one of those little softball size camera droids they had running around, it got spotted by someone and destroyed.
So we'd have to lure them out versus going to their location to.
Yes, most likely.
Oh, I could do that.
Do what?
Get them out.
With what sort of life-threatening shenanigans?
Well, let's worry about our admiral friend first, and then we'll go from there. My
Would a
life, and I'll threaten it
multi-pronged
if I want
attack
to.
be an idea? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Doc would just suggest a multi-prong attack. Basically, if we're going to go for him, maybe potentially have some, get some saboteurs kind of sneaking around while there's commotion elsewhere, so they can actually plant charges to damage the welds, or at least damage between the two ships, or the station and the ship. Excuse me.
So my thing is, we have one really good assassin with his rifle now. Points at the captain. So I'd rather have him where we're gonna have the hit. We can do the rest of us can do reconnaissance, but I would focus our efforts on ensuring that Ayrda is where he needs to be to pull off his hit.
Affirmative. That sounds like a sound idea.
Tactical droid
Do
nods
we-
his head. I'd been careful not to use the word. I'd been careful not to use the word assassin. I thought a Jedi would be squeamish about it.
Well, I've seen what that rifle can do. There's a reason we took great care into retrieving it.
So you wish to, all right. So tactical droids, you wish to target the admiral first. Likely the easiest target. Certainly the one we have the better idea of where he is. how you want to go. How do you wish to go about assaulting the bay again?
Even if you get like an offensive on the front of the bay while someone goes in the ducts again, that would be plenty distracting. If we can find another way in there, that would be even more ideal.
Well, yeah,
Or
they've
another way
seen
around.
us come through the ducts at this point.
Yeah, but even if they've seen us go through it, they can't really do much about it unless they've completely sealed it off, which is likely. Or put a couple people on duct duty. So if there's another way in, then we can play with that. Some sort of ventilation system, maybe, that isn't a duct.
Well, IO could pull up your map for you, and you could be looking at the schematic. There were air ducts that led in the other side of the bay, though you'd have to travel somewhere to kind of get in on that side. Mm-hmm. You could potentially get either above it or below it and sort of, drill your way through, cut your way through, blow your way through, but that's going to be very obvious.
Mm-hmm. But again, even if it's very obvious, what are they going to do about it when when your forces are attacking?
Well, my forces would have they'd have some work to do before they could get to the bay proper. And as he's talking, reports come in. One of the kind of forward barricades, they lost communication with.
Oh, that's not good.
It is over on the we're going to call it the right side of the station. Basically, the side that the Inquisitors are on. Now they've checked with the other barricades in the area, and they have not seen anything. But these barricades are set to try to stop the Imperials from being able to explore any further into the station.
Yeah. So
someone may have gotten past them and down into some corridors that they were trying to secure.
Right. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is a big station with a lot of corridors. They're not going to be able to keep them hemmed in forever.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we've had them for so long is, quite frankly, impressive.
Yeah.
So what sort of scouting, Droid asked you, what sort of scouting are you going to need to do?
We want to see his... We obviously can't look into the ship itself, but we want to look into the route he takes while he's in the bay. It's clearly he's taking some sort of route and then going back in.
They'll send a probe droid down the air vents you use to see what they can see through the the metal grill.
The best information we can get from that is whether or not they have people in the ducts, or train on the ducts, or if they have cameras in there, or whatever the case may be.
A little bit later, he comes back to you with some footage. They put one of the scout droids or probes into the air duct. It zipped along. You can tell two important things. One, the grate y'all went through last time has been welded shut.
Makes sense.
The other thing is that the probe passes. You know those little, do they call them mouse droids?
Yes.
A little bit almost RC car sized droids that zip around
Yeah.
Imperial
I was
stuff.
just talking about-
There was one of those. There is one of those in the air duct.
Mm.
Well, the last time they sent a battalion just because just from the taking out thing words thing we took out of R2.
Yeah.
Training bolt.
The
sorry.
training bolt, yeah.
So probably best not to damage the droid and just simply reprogram it if possible.
Well, the little probe that's in there can't do nothing like that.
No, the probe.
And as soon as the droid spotted the probe, it rolled off.
Mm.
But it was coming out of like a side, not a pipe, but not the route you would take him. It's coming out one of the side connectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tactical droid figures they're mapping the system.
Mm.
They sure are trying.
So, Tactical Droid is open to your suggestions. He suspects they'll be monitoring air vents pretty thoroughly.
Especially now.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get to they can't get to every air vent, no matter how many people they have.
Perhaps not, but they can certainly guard the vents leading into the bay.
That's true. Simply assassinating the. And you're confident that assassinating the admiral is a significant enough blow to the forces that are in the bay.
It would harm their leadership potential. And historically, removing the commanding presence affects morale.
That's the sound.
Well, yes, of course. If you were to remove me, the droid army would fall apart.
Don't say that too loud, or some Imperial spy might hear you.
Even with organic minds, I'm sure this has occurred to them.
Fair. I'm at a loss because if they have a little mouse droid in there, then we'd have to hack it and then undo the vet grate again and go through all of those steps. But it's possible that they feel like they've solved the issue with the mouse droid. So if we hacked it to make it seem like everything was okay, maybe that would make it seem like everything's okay.
Perhaps if you could hit it with a ion bolt to shut it down immediately before it could spot you, and have it reprogrammed before it reactivated.
Yes.
Tactical droid NOS, that could work. Of course, this one knows that we're sending probes through the air ducts now.
Oh, you sent a single probe, as far as I know.
This is true.
Could be just a, one and done thing.
Okay, he gets you. It's a. I forget what kind of ion weaponry they have. But he can equip you with some sort of ion weaponry. Well, I thought they had ion grenades. They have ion cannons.
Yes, give the droids ion cannons. That sounds like a grand old plan.
Yeah, we can get like maybe an ion grenade. Just toss it up there. That would make a lot of noise, though. They're not doing as much construction, so it would probably make a sound.
It also depends how far from the bay that you find the mouse droid.
True.
How far out did your probe droid find it?
About halfway between where y'all went in and the bay.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, because y'all had a
probably-
decent bit of traveling distance.
Probably a better idea in general to use an ion weapon versus like throwing a grenade in a duck and hoping for the best.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yep.
the ion grenades do not like explode.
Yeah, they just
It's a little EM pulse, but
it's still a loud noise.
Yeah.
But well, the tactical droid is going to give one of the battle droids that's around, the instructions to aid you in whatever way you need. But he has other things he must deal with. By all means, do whatever scouting you need to do. Try to reprogram that droid, capture that droid and reprogram it. At the point where you're ready to discuss, it's a specific tactic or specifically what his forces need to do, as a distraction or to aid you, contact him.
Okay, well,
All right. So how are y'all gonna try to catch this mouse droid?
using the mouse tool.
Gigantic mouse trap.
I mean, that's what the ion grenade is.
Did they have some sort of ion rifle pistol?
Yeah, they could equip you. They could bring you a pistol. That'll do the job.
Just give it to Ayerza or Io, whoever wants it.
But,
You're probably better with this.
Well, I was gonna say if you have it, that way you can just fire it off, and then go and hack. It's just a mouse droid. It can't possibly. I'm knocking on wood here, but it can't possibly be that tough. Evasive maybe, but it shouldn't be that tough. That it needs more than 1 or 2 or 3 shots.
That mouse droid's been lifting, bro.
he's been a transport with the gravity jacked up 100% and working out.
Oh no.
For some reason, it has the shiny, spiky hair.
Ooh, but they do have stats for it.
They
Oh,
do.
no. Why?
In the meantime, perhaps, and he'll speak to the droid that replaced tactical droid. In the meantime, it might be prudent to send troops to investigate the bunker or the lost patrol area.
Yes, he's like they've already sent a squad out that way.
Very good.
And sent some reinforcements to some of the other barracks around there. It'll be a little while before they report back. All right. So, are y'all crawling up into the How are y'all doing this? And who's going to be taking the shots?
Either me or Keltzer, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Whichever one has better shot taking skills.
Definitely not the doctor.
What are we?
Also,
We're shooting with what? What would I use? It would be blaster, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got 80.
Captain, what do you got?
I got 7.
Okay. Now, Kelser's at a disadvantage if she's wearing her Mando armor.
Gotta take my. I'm only 1 dice, so I'll have 7 dice at that point. So
Of course,
then
this
we
is
can
only a
include
mouse
it.
droid. You could crawl into the duct without your armor on.
Yeah. So if she takes her armor off and crawls into it, then she'll have 80.
Okay. So you going mouse hunting?
Going mouse hunt.
Go mouse hunting.
All right. So you can. Trying to remember. I don't think you could all stand up straight.
Io
in
could.
the duct. Yes, right. Io was the
Io
one that
could.
could because she was the shortest.
Short queen.
But you're not like completely hunched over. You just have to kind of duck down a little bit. Bad for your posture.
And we do that in real life anyway. It's fine.
We all have the posture of a jumbo shrimp.
All right. So you are crawling through the ducts. Are you going for speed or are you going for stealth?
Stealth.
Yeah.
If we go for speed, the mouse droid will hear.
That is true.
If I go all sneaky.
All right, then give me a sneak hide.
Are we all going for this adventure, or are we just getting the droid
20?
napped?
I think it's just Kelso.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a 20.
All right. You're moving around pretty quietly. Let's see, and with a 20... With a 20, you're moving at more or less normal walking speed, but also being quiet. Now give me a...
Search.
Yeah, I'd go with search.
$16.
Okay. So you've been walking around for an hour because without a specific destination, there's a lot of these air ducts to wander through. But eventually, you hear the little beeps of one of these small droids.
Loads the gun with religious intent.
You head off in that direction as you're peeking around the corner of one of the ducts. You see it zip down one of the side tunnels, or another air duct. And checking the schematic you've got, you can tell where it went down is basically a dead end. That it's one of the side that goes and empties into a specific room.
Oh no, it's Roomba-ing.
More or less, it's checking out. It's mapping.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be what the Imperials have it doing, mapping and probably keeping an eye out for undesirables.
to slap some googly eyes on its stat.
A knife.
Mm.
Balloon.
Oh, jeez. One of those things moving at full speed with a knife. Can you imagine it?
It's a low speed chase.
But
Ankles are forfeit.
so anyway, Kelter, are you following it down the tunnel?
Yeah, for a little bit. Then probably shoot at it.
So you start down the tunnel. You can kind of hear it, rolling ahead of you, and then suddenly it stops for a second, and then it starts. It sounds like it's coming closer to you. It seems to have reached the end of the air duct, and it's now spun around and heading back your way.
Okay. Shoot at it. I had roll shooting before I need to roll my sneak and my search.
Okay. Give me a perception roll. This is more to see if you spot it before, if you can see it well enough to take a shot before it sees you well enough to, report in.
12.
You got this.
Okay, you beat him by 10 rather.
Oh, Jesus.
They got a 1 dot on most stuff. Except when they pop out their heavy manipulators, then they get a +2 dice to their strength. So they could drag, those little things could drag a human body if they needed to.
That's terrifying.
Well, don't die.
It can't do much, but it can drag a human body.
Yep.
Oh, if
The most
Kelter,
terrifying thing I've heard about those mouse droids. I didn't think they could really do much of anything.
if Kelter misses this shot, you're going to see a mouse droid grapple a person. It's going to go straight IO on her. Clamp. Give her the clamps.
This little box just throws itself aggressively.
Y'all are all waiting.
bot-
Y'all are all waiting for Kelter to come back. Suddenly, the grate opens up, and this little mouse droid just shoves her out. Rah! That's yours.
Anyhow,
Mm.
It rolls off.
I was in this time would have activated heightened senses to. Yeah, I'm good. Just so, double check if squeak squeak gets
Mhm.
shot.
Mm.
All right, so take your. All right, you're already taking your shot.
Yes.
Hardcore math, the real BBEG.
Mm-hmm.
33.
All right. And you're shooting it as soon as you can see it, so we're going to say that is short range, so you need a 10. It attempts to dodge. So you need a 13 to hit it.
Beat it by 20. I at least double it.
Yep.
So close to tripling it. 3 more points. I'm at 36.
But you really want that with this next roll you're about to do.
Yeah, now roll your damage, and this is the equivalent of probably a hunting blaster. Oh no, they gave you a pistol, didn't they? Yeah, 4Ds. 4Ds. Give me 4 dice against the mouse.
Does it get more because it's shooting a droid with an ion weapon?
Well, specifically, that's just how much the ion damage is doing.
Ah, okay, cool.
I'm treating it like a stun weapon against a normal person.
Yep. Good to know.
20.
It rolled a 3.
Mm.
Alright. So he gets one alarmed beep out. Just enough that you know it sounds upset. And it just goes quiet. and drifts to it. Where it's rolling forward, it drifts to a stop. When the bolt hits lightning or electricity kind of plays along the outside. And you have bagged your mouse droid.
You will take the mouse droid back to the group.
Holy crap, it's got the bureaucracy skill?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Huh.
The little droid monocle.
It has to deal. Clearly, it has to deal with bureaucracies. Who knew?
So much red tape. So much red tape. The kobolds of the Star Wars world.
Oh, those are Jawas.
The Jawas wish.
I guess they'd be the space goblins.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so with your senses enhanced, you think you hear the little pew of a blaster, or whatever noise the ion ones make.
I think Kelsey
But
did
it's
it.
far enough away, and there's enough other noise going on of stuff stomping around that you're not 100% sure.
I'll just be like, I think Kelsey did it. You can run in there and try to, the thing.
Well, I'm assuming she would bring it back. You got a little while before this thing can reboot and wake up.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, a little bit later, Kelser, you'd come climbing out of the air duct. Little mouse droid tucked under one arm.
Here you guys go.
Well, you want to do the honors? Do you want me to do the honors?
Probably.
Droid programming and security stuff is two different things.
That's true. Guess that would be
What you got?
Area's purview.
I got 5 in it, so
Doc, do you have something in droid repair?
Me take a quick gander. I think I've got something. I don't think it's high, but I think I've
Okay.
got something. 4D.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, I got 4D in droid programming / repair, and then a 3D in computer programming / repair. So I can do the droid repair / program if you want. See if I can't do a little tweaking.
I was thinking there was like 3 of you that had the skill. I just didn't know who was better at it.
Well, as the captain chimes in, give me about 10 minutes and I could probably do a pretty good job. As with my kit and my diagnostic tool, I have a total of 7.
yeah, I was going back to playing Sabak with R2.
R2, Roger. Let's see. You, R2, Roger. You need a 4th. Some random battle droid Roger pulled over.
Yeah, no, the one that we got assigned to us is now playing Sabak. We're teaching them how to play it.
Ah, jeez.
He's curious
That or
as to how
Doc-
this is being helpful, but you all seem to think it is, so.
It's a strategic game.
I mean, hey, if you don't want to teach the bot, Doc will always join.
There we go. A very quality use of our time.
All right, Captain.
Mm-hmm. I shall make the roll.
You know what you must do.
What are you rolling for, though? What are you trying to do?
I am going to use my kit to wipe its memory and reprogram it to our side.
Are you going to check to see what it was programmed to do?
Yes, that will be the first thing.
Okay. Give me your programming roll, then.
It's a 19.
Okay. So moderate difficulty, you get the basic programming. It's out here, it's got the standard programming that these things have.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the repair skills, like I said, the bureaucracy, all the stuff it's programmed to be able to handle.
Yeah.
The specific instructions it was given for this job, it is mapping the corridors,
Mm-hmm.
and every so often it sends a signal back, updating the map. It's supposed to keep an eye out for anything else moving around in these air ducts.
Right.
And you can find where it reported on seeing that probe earlier in the day.
Okay.
And of course, when it sees something else, it sends out an alarm. It has no memory of seeing Keltzer.
Okay.
Because as that was happening was when it got shut down, so it didn't manage to save that memory.
Right. So, what I'm actually gonna do, knowing that information, I'm not gonna wipe it. I am gonna reprogram it.
Okay.
To where it will send us a copy of the map it's doing.
Well, now you've already got a map of the air ducts through the schematics.
Yes,
it can
but,
certainly send you the information.
Well, yes, but if they put any kind of blockade or something in there, then it might know about it if it runs into it.
Gotcha. So you can compare its map to your map. Gotcha.
Yes, and also, I'll program it to where if it runs into any of us in the ducts, it won't report it.
It will see you as friendly, so it won't think to.
Right.
It won't be alarmed. Okay. Just you guys, or like you guys and any of the droid army or anything?
Yeah, us and the droids.
Okay. I mean, not that they're likely, not that the droids.
No, actually, no. It'll just be us, because if it's not reporting anything at all ever, then that might trigger some.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like
Biblically
the droids nicknamed clankers are going to be trying to hide, sneak through the ducts very much. Other than the probes. Okay, give me another roll for the programming. The first one was to get past the security and into the thing.
20.
Okay,
Hey,
that gets you
threshold.
through difficulty stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, you get it programmed for what you wanted to do.
Okay. And then I will put it back up in the ducts. And once it reactivates, then it'll keep doing its job.
Okay. It almost as soon as it activates, it sends you a copy of its map. The only difference you can see is it is aware that the vent has been welded shut.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then it goes back to its mapping.
Mm-hmm. And he'll inform everyone that's basically what he did. So now we have a mapper.
And now you know how much of a map the Imperials have of the air ducts.
Yes, true.
At least on this side of the bay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's one problem solved.
Yes, you can now safely move through the air ducts.
As far as we know.
No, it's fine.
Really?
But I'm going to assume you set it up where it won't signal about the probe droids or the probe. Probes.
Mm-hmm.
So once you inform your liaison of that, he has more probes released into the vents.
Mm-hmm.
Basically to sit at the grills and keep an eye on the dock, to try to figure out when the admiral comes in or out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like a stakeout. That could take a while.
Yeah.
So what do y'all want to do in the meantime? Are y'all gonna have are y'all gonna observe how he acts, or y'all are gonna have set something in motion so that as soon as he sets foot in the dock, y'all kind of go for it, or
We don't all have to go for it, is the thing.
you can always split the party. I am delighted when you split the party.
Well,
Exactly.
Half of you can head to engineering, the other half can go after this guy.
here's the thing. The Imperials did permanently open a lot of the doors.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a clear line of sight down a hallway to the bay, like a lengthy hallway, I could set up at the end of the hallway and take a long-range sniper shot.
Well, the trick is they've advanced way into the hallways and set up barricades at intersections and at corners.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have a hard time setting up like that without them seeing you almost immediately.
Yeah.
As far as to set up a shot that would get into the bay.
Fair.
These corridors are a war zone at the moment. Look, it's going to require knife work. You're going to have to get up close.
No, that's fine. I just got called by like 4 numbers in the past 5 minutes that I've had to block because they're like spam calls.
Yeah, Sunday my folks were getting the exact same spam call. Just again, 2 minutes later they call again. 2 minutes later they call again.
Yeah.
Something about an Amazon account that my parents don't do anything with Amazon. So.
Yeah, this one's for like EC Pharmacy, whatever that is.
Somehow it still has to do with your car's insurance.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Your car has a medication that you need to pick up, please.
Part of the extended warranty.
Your car has diabetes.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
No, you're popping the pills into the tank and then you realize they've accidentally given you sugar pills.
It was a placebo.
Not sugar in the gasoline tank.
Do you think the original plan we had to like lower him down with the rifle and just like fire it would bear any fruit?
Oh, it would bear some kind of fruit.
It
It might be sweet, it might be bitter.
Either way, good guarantee you're gonna have the jitters.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the next plan is to like reopen the vent and see what it looks like. See if there's a squad of just troops just bearing down on us as soon as we open the grate.
Well, it's been welded shut, so it's going to take some work and probably not be very quiet getting it open. That's cool. That's not going to be super quiet, and there's going to be a light show while you're doing it. Just saying.
Was there any other entrances to that bay?
Oh, sure. There was an air vent on the other side. You would just have to circle around, some distance. And
Has that one been welded shut too?
you don't know. The mouse droid hasn't been on that side.
Well, can always check to see if it has.
The battle droid liaison tells you, if y'all want to go sneaking over, sneaking around to do something like that, he can give you a couple of the probes that you can release into the vents once you get to that side.
That'd be helpful.
He gives you like 2 of them.
Okay. And the captain will leverage himself up in there and head over to that side and release the probes.
Okay.
Release the probes.
All right, it's gonna be a good long walk. You get the most direct route was straight to it.
Yeah.
This will loop way around, or you can travel through the actual corridors.
I think Ozin will go with, keeping her head on a swivel.
Before you leave, the liaison tells you that the battle droids sent out to that barricade have reported back. Yeah, it looks like they got overwhelmed, and fairly quickly. Some of them have been shot, and 4 or 5 of them had been cut.
Ooh.
Hey guys, we found a Jedi.
Found the Jedi.
Yeah, it definitely matches up with lightsaber damage. They didn't progress towards any of the other barricades, best they can tell. They're moving more centerwards towards into the station.
Centerwards towards like the command center, perhaps.
Well, I think about the command center would be
Northish.
I guess it'd be more like they're spreading out and exploring. The droid. This is all within the area that the droid couldn't go into previously, so they're not super sure what all's around.
Yeah.
But he tells be careful wherever you're going because they no longer know for sure exactly where all the remnant is or are.
We have a good starting spot. That's good enough for now.
All right, so are all of you going into the air ducts?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll tag along just in case, on the off chance something needs persuaded.
Okay.
I suppose Doc should go in case one of you fleshies happens to, get wounded.
Just slap some rubber galoshes on Doc so he doesn't make as much noise.
And like those soft hooves that they put on horses and cattle.
It makes an oddly fleshy sound.
That's disturbing.
No, I don't like that. I'm
No,
gonna
sir.
keep it 100 with
No,
you.
sir, I don't like it.
that. But yeah, Doc will join in the shenaniganry.
Okay.
I don't want.
All right, so y'all are moving around there. Give me hide sneak.
Yeah.
Hide sneak.
Hide sneak.
I mean,
It's going great.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so Doc got a 12. Io got an 11. Captain got a 16.
15.
I'm sorry, how much?
15.
15, okay. And Ozin?
Ozin got, let me see, 5, 6, 8. Check my character sheet. 12.
Okay. So y'all are all moving fairly quietly. As you've looped around, and this is taking you an hour or two because you're moving slowly, stealthily. But as you kind of get over to that opposite side, you hear beeping off in the distance.
Yep, Kelser.
Like mouse droid beeping?
Yes. And
It's gotta
probably,
be
if
Iowa.
Ozen's keeping the enhanced senses going, she would hear it first.
We'll be like,
Now,
Does it sound
is
like it's coming this
Keltzer
way?
in her Mando armor at this point?
Probably not.
Okay.
I hear the noise of the squeaking and I'm okay. Does it sound like it's coming this way?
Not specifically. You just hear it moving around. It gets a little quieter, gets a little louder. Probably as it's checking side offshoots of the duct.
Alrighty.
It makes you think it's probably just another one doing a mapping mission. All right, what are you doing?
I vote shoot it and disable it.
Okay. Keltzer, you gonna try to creep up on it?
Yes.
All right. Give me a sneak hide.
Well, not disable it, but like reprogram like we did.
17.
Okay. You get into position. Checking the schematic, it's gone down another dead end, so you know it's going to have to head back shortly. So you can just sit there and wait for it to get around the corner. Are you taking a shot?
Mm-hmm.
I think they rolled. Oh, never mind. I was like, that 17's kind of low, but yeah, sure.
33.
There it is.
All right. And if you're waiting for it to come around a corner, that'd be point blank. So you need a 5. It rolled a 6. You need an 11 to hit it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
17. Because I'm assuming I'm rolling a 4 for the ion, right?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
All right, you quadrupled it. It goes down.
Quick fiddle with it.
Captain, you can hustle up to it. Not even
Mm-hmm.
gonna make you roll again because it's the exact same model of droid with all the exact same stuff. So
Yeah.
if you were under gunfire or something while you were doing this, maybe. But
Okay.
so yeah, you pull up the map. It's got a fairly thorough map on that side. The vent is not welded shut on that side, but it does. But it is under instructions under no circumstances to open the vent.
Right.
Luckily, we can't read.
That programming can't stop me because I can't read.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So with that knowledge,
You okay, Jeremy? So yes, Captain. With that knowledge, how do you proceed?
Well, he's going to give it the same instructions. And then sort of more or less use it as to figure out what's where so we can send the probe droids through
Okay.
to map all that out. And then I guess keep sneaking on towards that vent.
Okay, you have no problem getting to the vent.
Mm.
Like I said,
Is
it's
there
not
like
welded closed.
Is there like
Mhm.
a grate that we can look under?
Yeah, it's like, it's got like gaps and then chunks of metal and gaps.
Mhm.
So you can have some airflow.
Yeah.
So who's actually getting up at the grate? Because there's only so much room here.
Io knows she isn't good at searching for stuff, so she is not.
Alright, so Captain, are you in the lead?
Probably.
Okay. Give me a search.
Search, you said. Oh. Ozen would probably be better for this than me.
By 1 dice, I think.
My search is a 3.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so you let Ozen in front. Alright.
I mean, sure.
What do your special eyes see?
I will roll my search. Uh, 23.
Alright, so a 23. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you stick up there, you're peeking through, you see stormtroopers, you see you can see the Rubicon like across the bay. You're from a bit up and down, so you can't tell if the gangplank's still down or not. It's definitely still booted though.
Fix that here in a bit.
You can
Is
see
anything
that
directly
there
under us?
is a squad of stormtroopers not too far away from the gate out there, or the grate.
So a screwdriver instead of a lightsaber.
Let's see, was it 20? Is it 23?
23.
You also notice that, well, you would easily notice that the stormtroopers have a. It's almost like a small artillery piece,
Like a
or like a
punch?
little mortar, sort looking almost size sort of thing. Aimed at the grate. I mean, none of them are around it. It's not like it's manned currently, but it is pointed more or less right at the grate. And with a 23, when you're trying to like really look down, you notice something is attached to the wall right under the grate. It's fairly thin, so you just barely did notice it.
So, like a trap.
Yeah.
Very quietly.
Stormtroopers aren't paying close attention. You might could open the grate, get a better look at it.
I'll lean to Ayerza, just do like this, and then motion for him to get as close as he can for behind me, and I'll point the stuff out.
Okay. All right, give me a search. Let me see how much you notice, Kevin.
Alrighty.
You get extra dice because I'm helping him like point it out.
I mean, it's going to be less than Ozen. I know that.
Oh yeah.
How
Where
many?
Ozen needed a 20 to notice this thing, you'll need like a 15 to pick out some details on it. Because she's telling you right where it's at. You just have to figure out what it is, kind of thing.
My max is 18 is the problem.
15.
How about an 8?
Nope.
You can see there's a little something there that she's talking about, but you don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The other Great didn't have it, so it's clearly something that Empire has added. Might be something as simple as a alarm trigger if the Great opens.
Mm-hmm.
Could be anything. You're confident it's not an that it's not big enough to be like an explosive or anything.
Seeing them point at things, and does it look vaguely technological?
Yeah, they would probably have seen some sort of little knobs and whatever's on it.
It's a search.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they're pointing at it and like looking, and Io notices that it looks even vaguely technological, she will get in on that.
Okay. So you scooch them out of the way and crawl up and look at what they're looking at.
No, just like looking between elbows.
Well, it's thin and up on so you really got to get up on the grate to kind of.
Okay, then she would kind of like smoosh between them, like.
Yeah, it looks like
We do this.
Looks like some kind of little. You got 20, so yeah. Looks like some kind of little broadcasting unit. And you can see where it's attached to the up under the grate. There's also a little bit of it that kind of comes up onto the grate. So if you open the grate, you would kind of hit a switch,
like a pressure thing. Almost,
yeah,
kind of.
If you swing the grate out, it's going to flip that switch.
Would she know how hard it is to disable it?
If you could get your hands on it, not too hard. The grate's got little. So you have to be reaching through with like delicate tools.
Mm-hmm.
From this side of the grate, it's going to be very difficult to undo. From the other side, it would probably be super easy.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
She'll pass that information on.
Can I see the armament that's being pointed at us, or is it just the firing mechanism?
You see, it's like a tube, like it's firing some sort of canister. You don't see like a rocket sticking out of this tube, but
That's what I was checking.
So yeah, you don't know what it would do.
Probably nothing pleasant.
Jeremy has an idea, and I think Ozen has the same idea.
Then share the idea.
Might be reasonable enough.
Yeah.
The ideal is YOLO, isn't it? Just kick the grate open and go.
Always YOLO, but it's a, what do you call it? It's it's YOLO with constraints.
That doesn't sound like YOLO.
Sure it does.
That just sounds like regular life. Alright, so what is Ozen's ideal?
So how far away were the stormtroopers from that device?
It's like they're all kind of stationed right there.
Mm-hmm.
While a couple of the super troopers are standing around talking, some of them are sitting down.
How big is that mortar device?
Oh,
I see that Sarah sees the idea I have.
How much does that mortar device weigh on, in kilograms roughly?
It's the size of a small bus. Looks pretty solid.
I don't believe you. But okay.
No, it's
It's as big as the Rubicon.
think like a mini fridge. It's not quite that square shapish, but it's yay tall.
A full mini fridge or like college dorm mini fridge? Like nothing in it. Except for sadness and bottled water.
And ramen.
And you don't refrigerate ramen.
Sure you do. If you've got nowhere
Maybe
else to put it.
rice. Rice is cheap. So
Yeah, that's true.
If you've got the little
Dried
bitty
beans.
frozen freezer section at the top that some of them have, you might have a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, it is
that's true.
college.
I had a buddy that used to do that.
Okay.
Alright, so my idea, as Sarah has summarized, is to TK the thing into someone else's face.
I would like to roll to yeet.
However, I think my primary concern is that when we do that, it's party time.
Would Io's tools be able to fit through the grate?
You could possibly, yes, you could at least get like the connectors through.
Confidently enough to disable the thing. It's not like brain surgery. It's more like brute force or
Rocket. It's literally rocket surgery.
You're confident that cracking this thing would not be too difficult. It's a matter of, can you get that through there and plugged in with you having to use one finger through the grate or something.
oh man, yeah.
If you've ever worked on any plumbing or anything with a car, or anything
All the angle.
Yeah, it's all in that weird angle.
Felt.
Oh, once you yeet it, I could. We're assuming that
If you
the.
want to do it the quiet way, we can do it the quiet way. I'm not against that.
See, I'm just concerned if I mess up the quiet way, this thing shoots us all in the faces.
Well, I can have mine on standby.
Here's.
Just reflexively as you
If I mess it up,
give yourself
reflexively.
Yeah.
What you've got to imagine is this weapon is Elmer Fudd's rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Duba is Bugs Bunny, and the Force is his carrot.
God.
Elmer sees
What's
him.
up, Jack?
I'll look over. I'm down to try if you're down to try.
Is there where the grate is? Can someone walk over it and look from the other side?
I think it's up in.
Okay, y'all are in an air duct that's like 15 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's up off the ground.
Where it comes out is 15 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
Looking into the.
So yeah, but it's looking down. I'm asking if there's more duct on the other side of it.
No, it's in the side of the wall.
Yeah, we're like looking into the bay.
The bay is way taller than 15 feet.
Gotcha. Okay, understood.
It's like the other duck where we would have to rappel down.
Yeah.
Okay. My brain is solidly in Metal Gear Solid ducts, where you're looking down at it. But fair enough.
But,
She's like, I'll try it if you're prepared to aggressively remove that device.
Yep. I will pre-roll PK. In case I need it.
Pre-roll? What is that?
Just have like a telekinetic grasp on it, ready to yoink it away.
Well, keep your numbers to yourself, because
Yeah.
And just security.
Eventually, but first, let's see if you can do all of this without dropping anything, or because I'm imagining you using not pliers, but some kind of tool to kind of reach under and try to hook it in. It's all super awkward. So give me a dexterity roll. Pure dexterity.
I hate you so much. I say this with nothing but love in my heart.
Holy crap.
Straight stats, are those something we can trust in the Force with?
Well, you can trust in the Force with pretty much any roll.
Is that the
It's
one you want to do with?
But okay, you rolled a 1, 2, 3, 4.
I haven't rolled anything yet. That's an old
Oh,
roll.
that's an old roll. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can trust in the Force with this.
You know what? We've got Yeeting on standby, so I'll hold on to the trust in the Force.
All right.
Not bad for 3d6.
No, not bad at all. All right, so you got better than a 10, so you do not drop anything or make any super loud noises.
You did it.
For some reason, the let go are out to the side for balance, like for no reason at all.
It was pressing against it.
Well, it's like when you're playing a racing game with the controller and you start leaning the way you want the thing to go.
Yeah.
It's all psychological, but it helps.
Again,
Push the buttons harder.
Like look like this. So you
Mhm.
want that to look.
So you have to fumble around for a minute to get it connected, but you managed to. Now you can make your security roll. You need like a 15, so
I think I'm okay.
48 does just fine. And yeah, this thing was basically a trigger. It would have gone off and it would have sent a signal to cause something else to happen.
Turns it off, deactivates it, slides it in her pocket in case she needs that for later. Waste not.
Yeah, fair.
And let's see if any of the stormtroopers notice any weird shenanigans.
No.
We are 15 feet up in the air, though.
But they are literally here to guard the duck, so what is there go about? I rolled too many dice for their perception. Hold on. I thought they had a 3, but they did not.
Stormtroopers.
I work retail. Just because I'm there to do something doesn't mean I'm going to actually do something.
All right, give me a hide sneak to see how stealthy you are.
Will this
An
be in the
11.
same turn?
An 11 is the.
No.
Well, she held off on using the Force.
Yeah.
And she only needs to beat an 11. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've only got 4 though, so that's why I'm trusting in the Force for that.
That seemed wasteful, but okay.
I've done worse with trusting in the Force.
That's fair.
All right,
Yep.
they notice nothing. You managed to open
Or other
just enough
people
to
that-
get the device. And once you deactivate it, you swing it open enough to get the device, pull it in with you.
We have 4 other people I can trust in the Force. It'll be fine.
And it's just a simple, the switch. It sends a signal, to on whatever frequency it's programmed to. You have no idea what it's. Well, I mean, you have an idea, obviously, but nothing about the device tells you what it's sending a signal to. But it's a generic piece of equipment. You could set it for anything.
You want to undo the thing now, or do we want to see if we can't? Actually,
Still just yeet it to distract him.
No. I think I do the same thing I did last time with the tactical droid. Just click. See if that signal still holds. So I did mention them diverting forces elsewhere.
Yeah, but the tactical droid told you to, get back with him to discuss the specifics of what you needed done.
I still do it.
You get a very quiet call back from what you hear a battle droid at the end. Who is this?
Listen, Jedi.
What do you need?
Distraction.
What did you say? You spoke too
A
quiet.
distraction.
Weren't we supposed to plan that ahead of time?
Yeah. That's the good part about organics. We can improvise.
Let me get the tactical droid. Shortly thereafter, TF-212 gets on. You were supposed to contact me ahead of time. I thought you were in the scouting phase still.
We are. But we found an opportunity we couldn't pass up.
Alright. So you have seen the Admiral?
Yes.
No, you have not.
I'm lying.
No, that's fine. Sarah
I
seemed to
know
be
I
like,
haven't.
have we? And I was like, no.
You know, I was legitimately looking over, like, mouthing that. We have? You're lying!
It's done to lie every now and again.
Especially anytime there's a intervention about her drinking.
I don't have a problem. I can stop when I want.
And then at the end, you're like, all right, fine. For you guys, I'll try to quit. And that's when you'd move on to the next time. Leave behind whatever
That's right.
friends you had made.
So I do killer sticks.
That's when Lonely Man starts playing as you walk onto a different ship.
Oh no. The Lou Ferrigno Hulk theme.
Well, the ending thing.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a quick conversation on what you need.
Mm-hmm.
And you just need something to in a big attack on something.
Mm-hmm.
Give him 30 minutes.
Roger.
No, that's TF, Roger. Never mind.
And I am going to
Sorry.
assume that your Roger is not with you.
Correct.
Come back. R2's tried to take over the droid group.
It wouldn't surprise me if he did.
He's teaching a knife fighting class.
He's running a gambling ring.
Mm-hmm.
You get back, he's got gold chains. I'm trying to think of where he'd put rings, but
On his antenna.
Does he have it? He has little grabby arms. He has gold plated his little clamps.
I could see it.
They don't work anymore, but they look cool.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Upgraded his knife to something fancy.
Like Electrum or something.
or maybe he said it plated.
Just had the handle carved up real nice.
So 30 minutes later, you get a call back from the tactical droid. They're ready with the distraction. Basically, they've picked one of the barricades the Empire has set up. They're going to hit it. It is the one that would have the most direct route to the base, so that should get their attention.
Yep.
During that,
and they're going to hit this one full force, unlike the little fake out they did the last time y'all snuck it in.
During that time, did we happen to see the Admiral?
In the 30 minutes you're waiting, no.
I was just mean mugging Ozen. You lied to them.
Look, the distraction kicks off. Y'all hop down, and then y'all just storm the Star Destroyer. It'll be fine.
What is our plan here?
Smaller groups than you have done it.
And died. We can just start Vampire early.
Only the old one died.
Oh, spoilers?
No, legitimately, during that 30 minutes, what is our plan here? I thought we were here to assassinate the Admiral.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay, that'd be great. We're short one Admiral. This is all being said in a whisper.
Stage
An angry, yelling whisper.
Yeah, like 20 feet back from the vent while we're waiting.
I'm aware.
Doing what I have to do to get us through.
To where? Get us through to where?
We'll probably pick him off from Rubicon.
The Rubicon's booted. And oh, by the way, the door's welded shut.
It's welded open. And then welded to a Star Destroyer, sort of.
Essentially, yes. Voice in the sky.
So Zio fusses at Ozen for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That tracks, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You get a signal back that the attack is commencing. Just a few minutes later, you start having stormtroopers pour out of the smaller shuttlecrafts and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
These
and
guys-
exiting down that main hallway. In as much of a formation as they can in the hallway. Now the corridors of this station are pretty large, but
Yeah.
Do these guys not blow us move?
they do not. But they are all kind of at attention now.
Mm-hmm.
But they're watching everybody run by, so they've effectively got their backs to you.
Perfect.
So you got your distraction. What is your plan now, Ozen?
Yep. I'm going to. We're 15 feet, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to undo the thing. Does it fold up?
Yeah, it lifts up.
It lifts up.
You've got like a little arm, or well, not major
got the
arms,
thing
but
where
it,
it can go
it lifts
either
up and it'll catch. And then when you pull a little bit, it gives and it comes back down.
Cool.
Locks in
And then I
place
will-
like Windows.
Yeah. Click. Put it in place. Click down at my opposition down here. There's what? How many?
I said there was what, 4 or 5 of them.
Like 4. Yeah, something like
We'll
that.
say 4. We'll say 4.
Yep. And I will quietly come down, as quiet as I can, doing a 15-foot drop, and just snap his. And
So
just
you're gonna do
try
a,
to
are
get
you gonna
them
do
all
a
in
sneak
one
hide, try to land silently, or are you gonna use the force to slow your descent? How you gonna do this?
block. I use the force to slow my descent.
Okay, give me a TK roll, I guess. But Ozen's got to be honest about how much she weighs.
Yeah, I did the math for that. It is moderate for her. It's moderate for all of us, truthfully. And I make it. 6, 12. Yeah, I make it.
Okay. So you land quietly.
And as much as I can get in one spot, just want to get them all. One clean cleave.
Okay.
I
Much
was
like the
testing
other
the
side,
force
there's a
first.
few crates, but they're like waist-high crates.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm gonna be under. I see the 4 of them. They're like relatively grouped together.
Yeah, they're standing together, yeah.
So I'm gonna just snap hiss, and while snap hiss is in motion, just try to get all 4 of them in one swath.
All right.
Testing the force for this attack.
Okay, it's going to be 4 attacks.
Yep.
Because
that's
it's
fine.
effectively multiple actions, so roll each attack
Yep.
separately.
That's why I'm trusting the force.
They are going to make perception checks to see if they hear you before, Boy, the perception stuff. All right. One of them starts to turn around as you're swinging. So he is
that
the
just
only one that will get to
deciding who
dodge.
gets a dodge? Yeah. So first attack is
So he's got 4
10,
dice in
20,
dodge, minus
30.
for his armor, though.
35. I'm at like 50 at this point. Is this first one the one that's gonna dodge? I can give you the real number.
No, it's gonna be the last one the last one I rolled is the one that made it. So the last one you're attacking is the one that gets to dodge.
Totally fine. I'm at like 50 right now, so he hit at this point.
All right.
For his first attack.
So that gives him he rolls his strength 2 plus 1 for his armor versus energy.
7, 8, 9, 10.
He got a 7.
I have more dice than that.
All right, he's effectively dead then.
Yeah, I was like, I have more dice than that.
Roll your next one.
1 dice less.
And as soon as you hit 20, you can stop.
Yeah, I hit 20.
All right, roll damage. He
Uh,
made an 11 on his strength.
All right, I just have to roll above 11 with over 10 dice.
Shouldn't be hard.
Yeah, I get 10, 11, yeah, I'm well above. The one I'm really worried about right now is the one that turned.
All right, third one.
It's down. 1 less dice. Next, 12, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I'm there.
All right. He got a 10 on his strength, so
I have more dice than that on my attack.
he just goes ahead and dies. And now the one that gets to dodge.
Yep. 1 less
You
dice.
should be down 3 dice by this point.
There. All right.
So that is 11 plus the 20. 11 added to the 20 difficulty. So you need a 31 to hit him.
$44. That was close.
Okay.
I rolled kind of low for that one.
And his strength roll is a 9.
Yeah, I have more dice than that in my attack. So I just like.
So 3 of them become 1 with a 4 without ever realizing anything had happened.
And then very quickly, and then I'll move the bodies behind the behind boxes.
And the way you did that, I'm just picturing 4 stormtrooper helmets just falling to the ground. Sounding oddly full though.
I'm gonna move them behind the crates, and then
Oh, you got very lucky.
All
right. Nobody seems to have noticed.
Yeah. Ozen can be scary when she wants to.
Well, that's all Jedi.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Io climbing down. Okay, but that was cool. But now what?
Now we put on the armor of the dead guys. Just wipe it out first.
Turn the helmet upside down. Just.
This one doesn't want to come out. This helmet must have been a little small on him.
It's horrible.
That's horrible. Yeah. And now we wait.
They're all going down that central hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm gonna go over to that doorway. Do I see an active engagement happening?
Okay, keep in mind that this docking bay is huge. You're talking about something like you saw in
football
the second
fields.
Death Star.
Okay.
Y'all over to one side. You're kind of middle of the
Fair.
ways in one direction.
Okay.
There's lots of open space. There's also a lot of parked ships.
Okay.
It's the size is the only reason that Ozen even had a chance of flashing a lightsaber around and nobody noticing right away.
Okay.
Between them having their backs to her and there being other ships.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I was standing there, becoming the first Twi'lek in history to grow hair, just for the sole purpose of pulling it out in frustration.
Is
There
Ozen
was a
picking her
problem.
nose? No,
There's no
she's
lo-
pulling out her nasal hair because that's the only hair she's got.
Io.
There was a problem. There's no
That's
longer
right.
a problem.
There's. Sorry, I scared my cat.
All right. So as y'all are now crouched behind the crates with a bunch of dead stormtroopers,
Mm.
uh,
Captain's
You
still
s-
up in the vents.
you see more troops. Captain's got a better view then. You know, you see more troops coming out. You notice a lot of like lower ranked officers running in and out of one particular shuttle.
Mhm.
You know, there just
You
seems to be a
reckon
lot of
that's the
activity
one?
coming in and out of it.
I just click onto our frequency and be like, "You reckon that's the one?"
Well, it said these are lower junior grade officers.
Yeah, those are junior grade officers, but they keep going into a place where they are ostensibly someone else is there. They're reporting to someone.
Yeah, it's a Lambda shuttle, and there are some stormtroopers stationed around it.
Hell, our ratio of fuck around and find out's pretty high already. Do we just want to continue on this trend?
I mean, I can probably snipe those stormtroopers from here.
That won't draw attention over here. Would you like to wave your lightsaber around while doing it?
I already did. You're not helping.
I know.
All right, look. Seems like there's some sort of command post over there.
Mm-hmm.
I can hit at a distance, so I can give you all cover fire if need be. But we're going to need to get in there somehow to eliminate the command structure.
Don't think that's an active engagement. It's not the worst thing we've done. We pulled out our R2 unit for less.
Well, yeah, he's worth more.
That's true.
All right. So what are you doing?
I would like to.
I
move
would
as
like to
forward.
rage. Sorry.
I'm gonna move as forward as I can with cover
Mm-hmm.
before cover ends, and I'm just gonna keep looking and seeing the the stormtroopers that are over there.
Mm-hmm.
Peek over.
All right. Give me a sneak hide.
Sneak hide. All right. Definitely sneak hide.
So is anybody following with Ozen, or y'all just letting her streak off on her own?
Io will follow. Out of
Roll
spite.
I rolled a 16 on my.
Spite and concern.
Io, give me a sneak hide. What are
Okay.
Kelter and Doc doing during all this?
That is actually a very good question. Doc would probably try his best to just not be a nuisance and stay out the way if he could.
All right. So you're going to stay up there, basically up there with the captain, or you
Yes.
mean trail behind the folks in the trail behind Ozen, trying not to get in the way? What do you mean?
Trail behind Ozen, try not to get in the
Okay.
way.
Okay. So in an opportune moment, they had lowered you down. Kelter.
Probably also being sneaky, following Ozone.
All right. Everybody
Much
follow
better
Nose
at-
and give me a sneak hide then.
You're much
Yeah,
If
better
those-
at it than I am.
The captain's gonna stay up in the vent where he has the better line of sight.
Okay.
I'm actually.
But you said you were trailing behind, right, Doc?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you weren't like
Well, let
you
me-
weren't like following.
Let me pull up my force power
Mm,
sheet.
Not following. Mainly
Because
like-
is there another way around to get to the same place that Ozone is going?
Well, Ozone is sticking with. I'm picturing Ozone sticking with crates as far as she can. The only other way you might be able to do would be kind of cutting through the middle, using ship landing gear and ships to kind of block view of you as best you can.
Mm,
It's not the safest way to do it.
Okay, sense. Okay, I get it. So I'm gonna activate magnify senses.
Actify.
Yeah.
Magnify, magnivate.
Yes. I'm gonna actify magnivate.
Fantastic.
All right, so your vision, your hearing, all sharpened.
Yeah. He figures it'll be helpful so if he can maybe cut off a potential ambush of the sneaking crew if necessary.
Probably good considering how shit I rolled.
I think one thing she wants to do is the second. Either or well, I'll see what happens first.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, surprisingly, you are not spotted because I rolled absolute poop.
No one is more shocked than I am.
Now this only gets you up, fairly close. You still got the Lambda shuttle, and you still got the troops around it. You're not past them or anything.
Sure, that's fine.
Mhm.
The chances
Still
of
no one.
chances of sneaking past them, that you'd be walking into plain sight to get to the ship.
Yep.
But you managed to follow crates and then slip behind one of the larger ships that's in here. You kind of get behind. You're able to kind of get behind its landing gear.
Mhm.
You notice any non-combat personnel that were roaming around, like engineers and stuff, seem to be withdrawing into some of the ships.
Probably a good plan.
A few of them are actually heading back out into the Star Destroyer.
Probably even a better plan. Is there anything loose on the ground? Like, size is pretty agnostic here, but like,
There are basically toolboxes. There are varying sizes of crates.
mhm.
There's other equipment laying around. If any of the ships are having any work done, there's parts laying around. There are
Would like-
stormtroopers. Just saying.
Sure. Yeah. I want to TK a wrench and just throw it and then have, however many distracted by that. Ting, 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 ting.
Okay.
And then like go somewhere, like it lands somewhere dark where they have to like go and see what it was.
Well, they have to dispatch somebody to go see what it was.
Yes. Which works for me anyway.
Okay.
As there's so many people busy, they're gonna have to get someone that's in this circle. I roll TK. It's like a
Okay.
kilogram, so it's like I think the difficulty is 5 for like something under a kilogram.
Yeah. It's not going to be anything too hard.
So yeah, no, I get it like in one dice. So with the remaining dice, I just want to kind of like make it like catch their eye line and then go off somewhere dark where so they have to dispatch someone. And then they look at him down.
All right, so you throw that. You glance around the corner of the box. All the stormtroopers turned around. Whichever one of them's in charge basically orders two of them to go check it out, and they're running over to where you threw it. For the moment, everybody's back is to you. Though you've got some on one side of the shuttle, you've got some on the other side of the shuttle.
Yep. But there's a hole now.
Yeah, you still can't get, onto the ship probably without being noticed, but you might be able to sneak up if you're quick enough. Sneak up behind at least the first group of stormtroopers.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to. I think I'm gonna try to do that. I'm going to, as I run, activate calm on myself. Get it? To make myself just a little, just to get the nerves out. Just be like, I'll be back, and then slip in.
All right, so you run it right behind some stormtroopers.
Just I would like to slide. I want to try to get somewhere dark very quickly, where, like while I have like a little gap.
Okay. Now they are guarding this ship.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting out. You're basically hiding behind like the next ship over. You're hiding behind the landing gear there.
Yes.
So now you're cutting across the open because their backs are currently to you.
Can I get to the landing gear of the Lambda?
Not without passing one group of stormtroopers.
That was my plan. Because I was gonna go like landing gear to landing gear, but that's fine.
You are close enough now. You can hear somebody on board the Lambda giving orders.
Okay.
And apparently, possibly receiving them through the Lambda's communications. Sweet.
I will. Fuck.
It's not that kind of show.
Good night, everybody. Fuck. I think Ozan has to. I think Ozan has to back up. Fuck. That was her thing. I was like, go from landing gear to landing gear. Now I think she has to back up. It's unfortunate.
Is she running out of YOLO energy?
She had a lot of it. It's not so much she's running out of YOLO energy. It's like, oh, I was getting up close to hear it, like to check for the landing gear, and it didn't happen. I was like, oh fuck. And then, as much as I want to take out indiscriminate amounts of stormtroopers, there's other plans here. There's a target.
So you stay behind the landing gear that you're currently hiding behind.
Yes.
Io is probably behind the next piece of landing gear.
Just judging me very hard. I will.
That's just constant now.
I will, however, activate magnify senses.
Okay. Doc and Kelps are probably behind the nearest crate to that ship y'all are hiding under.
Yep. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna, with magnify senses, look over towards where the Star Destroyer is.
Okay, you're looking kind of
big. Yeah, I know it's a big area, but I'm still looking in that area to see if I clock our guest.
You don't. You're looking down this like tube they've connected the ship to, and the Star Destroyer is basically out there, like its bottom facing towards the station, and that docking thing is docked to the bottom of the Star Destroyer.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll get on and I'll be like, well, that's all I've got for now. Apparently it's not causing enough of a distraction.
Give me perception.
Perception?
Yes.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You hear somebody on the shuttle address somebody by the title Admiral.
Okay. So they're calling out to the admiral.
You don't know. It sounds like the guy saying that sounds like he's on there, and the person that responds to him sounds like he's on the shuttle, not like through a
Not through a radio.
view screen or anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
By this time, the stormtroopers that went off to investigate come back with the wrench in hand, or the spanner or whatever it was.
Fuckers through this. A spanner wrench.
But they're like, this is all we found. And somebody's like, must have been sitting on a crate and fell off. And then everybody goes, then all the stormtroopers kind of go back to having their backs to the ship.
I see you are taking from the Book of Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, we need to get inside one of the crates. Move it slowly.
Move it so slowly that they can't see it.
Move it so slowly that they throw you in the truck and then load you up.
So what's the play here?
There's people inside having a conversation. One of them addressing an admiral.
Do you need the guards gone?
That's a lot of guards to take care of.
How many are there right now?
There's basically a group of 5 on each side of the shuttle.
10 total.
Cool.
From where you're at, you can see 5 of them. The shuttle is kind of blocking side of the other 5.
Okay.
Can us on the ground see the other 5 though?
Actually, now that I think about it, how high does a Lambda shuttle sit off the ground? Yeah, you can, because they're back by the doors, so you can basically see one squad, the ramp, and then the next squad on the other side of the ramp. But it's got the whole height of the shuttle kind of blocking that one squad from Eric's view, or the captain's view. But the captain can see 5 of them, and it's the 5 that are between you and the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
I really should have a map for this.
There's 4 of us that are combatants, and there's 5 of them on this side.
I mean, you just completely killed 4 people.
Can't do that every day like I used to.
I mean, what's killing a little more?
Oh, I have no qualms with it. I'm just,
The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
Exactly.
The arthritis.
Used to? I'd kill 4 people before breakfast.
Well, I can get their attention if you want them moved.
Did we ever get the detonators from the?
We did request bombs.
I did request.
Yeah.
And he said he could provide them to you.
And
But
then
you
we
never
set
got to
off.
the planning stage. You were still in the scouting stage.
And then we skipped a stage here.
Mm-hmm. Then
From
somebody went YOLO.
scouting to planning to
Right.
fuck around and find out.
Hold
Now
on.
we're fucking around and finding out.
There's still a mortar behind us.
Grandma Ozen stepped away to get some chicken, and when she came back, she was like, "Let's do this."
Leroy!
All
Alright, look, I can get their attention.
Let's say I could have. If we had thermal
once-
detonator, we would
Once
chuck
the
it.
once the attention is got, y'all gotta move. Because my position will be compromised at that point.
Is that like mortar-like device? Is that still active? Is it like functional?
It's still sitting there. Y'all haven't done anything to it.
Yeah.
I'll hang back and grab it.
No one will notice that.
That's a decent bit of movement.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I can get shot. Actually, how far away is the shuttle from me in terms of meters?
Let's
Yes.
see. maybe 100 meters away.
Okay, so it's
This bay is a
still
couple of football fields wide and deep, and
So
it's kind of middle
okay.
and back towards the
Right.
back, a little bit back towards the docking.
so it's in mid range for me then.
with your sniper rifle, I'd assume so.
Yeah, because like close range is 30 to 50, then it goes 150, then it goes 300.
Yeah, that's mid range.
This isn't a weapon that can be used at point blank, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
But
Not with that attitude. It's melee.
that's what the lightsaber's for.
Nah,
I'll
brawling, bro. Brawling.
I'll radio to Kelso and be like, "Hey, Kelso, do you know how to use a mortar by chance?
Yeah.
Would you like to?"
Sure.
I could also shoot that squad closest to you.
Why not
What's
both?
What's the dice for the mortar?
First,
Okay.
you gotta get back to it.
You've got to sneak back to
Get
it
back
because
to it.
stormtroopers are, looking in your general direction.
Yeah,
I'll do
that's so I said like he could get their attention by firing on that squad,
Mhm.
and y'all can sneak onto the ship.
That's true. We'd have to all like roll around the other side though.
And where's the mortar at? On the ship?
No, it's
No,
back-
it's over by the
back
gate,
where
by
crates
the
were.
Where we
There's
came
that.
out from.
Yeah, it's over by me, about
100 meters back
100
that way.
meters away.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, fair enough.
So
Then
3 football fields,
something like
ish.
that.
Power walk.
No,
Yeah, I think.
That's
no,
not
no,
too
no.
far.
100 meters is about like 100 yards, so it's basically a football field away.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think no. Instead, then yeah, I think Ozin will try to get over on the other side to where Kelser is, because Kelser was on the other side, as I recall.
Kelter was, you're at one landing gear. Io's at another. Kelter and Doc are back behind some crates closest to the ship.
Okay.
You had to stagger out because
Yeah.
Mhm.
cover is
If
sparse.
he's right there, then they're gonna fire this way. We want to get
Yeah.
this way then.
Yeah.
So we'll start fanning that way then.
You would be slightly to one side, like they'd have to turn all 90 degrees to shoot you,
Mhm.
but less than that to shoot at where the captain is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
mostly what I'm getting at. So we're fanning that way to. You think you got this, Cap?
Yeah, I got it. You in position?
We'll be in just a sec. We'll get into position.
Okay.
Okay.
The intention is when he's got them distracted, to move to that landing gear over there, and then eventually up into the building itself.
All right. I'm gonna declare a shot on all 5 stormtroopers,
Okay.
Good.
and I'm going to trust in the Force to guide my aim,
Okay.
which puts my first roll at, since you did clarify that they are at medium range with the scope. That means my first roll is does a 69
Nice.
hit.
Nice.
All right, that one's a hit.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the other 4 hits,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
and then roll the damage.
That'll work.
19d6. Nice.
Okay.
That's weird.
Nice.
So that's 69 and 69, in case people are wondering why we're saying nice.
We're all 12-year-olds.
People should know.
They would probably have guessed.
56.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Roll
Some
20s on one
numerol-
of those weird little kicks where it wants to do multiples of the same roll. All right, so
Some
it's
numerol-
69,
Yes.
69, 56, 56, and then the last one is
And
52.
5.
Some
Did
numerologist
that come
is having
down
a
and
stroke right now.
You're catching these guys by surprise, so they're not even making any attempts to dodge. Not that that
Mhm.
doesn't matter.
Pew, pew,
So
pew.
start rolling your
So-
damage.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Solid.
All right, the first one got a 9.
It went 23, 20,
Nope,
20,
nope.
and then 2 25s.
10, 10, 10.
You're not using your muzzle to make. Yeah, because you would break the weapon again.
No, I can't even equip that onto this.
Oh, okay.
Because that's specifically a laser focuser. This is a disruptor rifle.
Gotcha. Oh, so it's an
Oh, I
attack.
thought
Got
you were
it.
using the sniper. You're using the disruptor.
Yeah. I detached the scope from my rifle and put it onto the disruptor. Io actually has the rifle with the muzzle focuser.
All right, they all failed.
Alright.
So it's kind of like, because this is the tuning fork kind of gun that the Mandos carry, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like going. For where you're standing, Ozen, the stormtroopers on the other side that the captain can't see yet. Yeah, they just watch 5 of their guys go. So you hear them scream, taking fire! Taking fire! They've got disruptors! And they move over behind some crates on the other side and start returning fire up towards that grate.
Okay, then.
Because, when they start looking around for where it could be coming from, they see the grate open up there, so it's like.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna keep taking shots, Cap? I can move the box for you.
1 second, responding to something.
Ozen, you can hear the people inside the shuttle. What's going on out there?
Nothing. Everything's fine. How are you?
I get your reference.
I appreciate that.
Actually,
For
if
the record, Io does not actually say that out loud.
so, if they're running towards a crate to return fire, is that in front of or behind the vehicle?
It's to one side of the vehicle.
Okay, but it's on that side, on the other side, or did they have to move forward?
They're already on the other side of the vehicle from you, or the other side of the ramp from you. They're moving further away from you into cover.
Gotcha. Cool. So then, theoretically, so they're by the ramp. Never mind. Okay, that answers my question, actually.
And you hear somebody on the ship yell, "Raise the ramp."
Yep. Then we'll fucking run to the ramp. Turning into Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, and I'll be playing return fire games with the stormtroopers up there.
The stormtroopers don't notice you. They are very focused on whoever's just disintegrated half of them.
Yeah.
So you are taking a
That's
hell
fair.
of your blaster fire up in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
Does the blaster... What's the range on a blaster?
I don't think it's very accurate.
Yeah, not at that distance.
Let's see. Blaster carbine. It's long range for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's almost more suppression fire than anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna be returning fire too, considering I'm in the medium range band.
Yep. So I'm assuming the 4 of y'all that are down there just
Beeline
conga
for the ramp.
line up into this thing.
Yep.
As you
As
step
they're
inside,
The gun is out.
you see several of the minor officers, lieutenants, or whatever. Because the ramp kind of goes up under the bridge, I guess you'd say, or the cockpit, I should say, of the shuttle. And then kind of back in like the storage area, they've got it set up like a command center. There's equipment in there, holograms of like the maps the mouse droids have been making and the maps they've made of the hallways. You see the admiral.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's a couple of lower ranking guys, and then you see 3. They look like stormtroopers, but they're in all black armor.
Ooh.
Death Troopers.
Yep.
Is what they tend to be called.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're gonna be after me. I don't know why you're worried.
They're kind of elite stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Often acting as protective details and bodyguards for important Imperial officers, and yada yada yada.
Yep.
I think they're going to be out for all of us since we all just ran onto his ship.
So let's see, I've got the initiative from last time, so I just need to slot in the troopers.
Just as an aside, it is 10 after 9.
This might go very quickly.
That's
because we are running to 9. We were going to run at 9:30. Oh,
9:30.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
can you make it to 9:30? I forgot you had posted about that. If you can't, we'll end it right here on a cliffhanger. I don't mind a good cliffhanger.
I was gonna say I love a good cliffhanger.
it's a good reason to come back and watch an ass kicking, either of ours or theirs.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or
All right.
both. It's just mutual ass
And
kickings all around.
Let me go ahead and check this and get this written down. Cap, what is your dex?
3D plus 2.
All right, so the Death Troopers go just before you and just after Ozen.
He's not on the ship.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
3D
But when
3D
the-
plus 1. My
But when the
bad.
combat goes, we'll still be going in the order.
Oh, outside.
You'll
Yeah,
just
but
be
see,
shooting
I'm fighting stormtroopers outside.
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't like. Yeah, never mind.
it. All right. And how many Death Troopers did I say there was?
3.
There were none.
Okay, 3.
Just one lonely death trooper.
All right, just for that, there's 3 that you saw and 2 that are hiding in the shadows. They're all black armor.
Oh, great.
So, all right, so y'all all run up there, and you got Death Troopers just, heard you run up the gangplank. They're already pulled up and ready. So next session, we'll start up with immediate gunplay. Or lightsabers for some of y'all.
I was just staring at Ozen for like 2 seconds, like, if I die, I'm haunting your ass.
I'm the one that can be a force ghost, not you.
Oh no. Force Ghost of Spite.
It's a Dark Force spirit.
That's literally.
I'm pretty sure Spite is on the dark side.
It is. I was gonna say that's literally antithetical, but okay.
So anyway, hope y'all had fun. I always enjoy running for you. Anybody that comes by and watches, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back later. If you're looking for more gaming, Jeremy, what else have we got going on in Dire Bear this week?
This is my punishment this time. So Wednesday we have False Scholar Nights with JT. Thursday we'll have A Knight's Ransom with Pink Rambo. Monday will be Wildly on the Witchlight with Captain Sack. And then come see us next week with Star Wars Actual Play. Could be the last section for all of us.
Did we want to tease what we're playing next campaign? Now that we know?
We have voted for the next campaign that we're going to play.
No, let's hold it off until into mid-November.
Okay.
We'll hold off on that one.
Well, half of us have already made characters like, yes!
Well, the other 2 are still figuring out what the fuck we're gonna
So anyway, we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
do. Yeah.